What's good with you, brothers and sisters? We're going to talk about some triggers today. Now, I got a special thing I'm going to start off with, y'all. I have the only single stage 6-pound trigger in the world. I'm going to explain to you how I done created this Frankenstein ass trigger right here. So the firearm we dealing with now, all firearms have been cleared. There's no ammunition. All safety protocols are in effect to the fullest. So this right here is my 10.5-inch Palmetto State Armory 5.56. This is my little CQB banger right here. So we are clear. We are clear. Now what I did with this trigger is, this is a standard mil-spec trigger, but what I did was I polished it up and I got the JP Enterprise spring kit. Now what I did was, I did not put the hammer spring in, which is the spring for the hammer. All I did was put the trigger spring in. So I guess by doing that, this is what I created. There is no take up. Literally, there is no take up. Let me show you again. There is no take up at all. It's just one straight to the back pull. That's about 6 pounds. This is my Frankenstein trigger. There's literally like almost no take up. You just straight pull to the back. It's literally no take up. Just straight pull to the back. So this is like my single stage 7-pound Frankenstein trigger that I created right here. And it looks like it's a little bit of take up, but by the time you get to whatever little take up it is, you think it may be, it's fire. So it's basically like a single stage 7-pound trigger. I have never seen anything like this, but this is what I created, my Frankenstein trigger. See? That's not really take up. By the time you squeeze that off, it's just gone. So it's just one straight to the back pull. So that's my Frankenstein trigger. I know y'all never seen nothing like that before right there, man. All I did was polished everything up. Got the JP Enterprise spring. I did not use the hammer spring. I just used the trigger spring. I guess by doing that, I eliminated any kind of take up in there, and it's just one straight to the back 7-pound pull. What I'll do is I'll insert a 50-yard grouping with this rifle right now. This is what we got at 50 yards. 10.5-inch Palmetto State Armory. Vortex Spitfire 1X Prism out. AK-47 people, I want to see you. I'm calling you out. That's it right there. Now I'm finna go ahead and verify this 50 yards zero and start shooting at 200. 50 yards, man. Let me see it. So, after you seen that 50-yard grouping was with this rifle, as you see, set up with the 1X Vortex Spitfire, shooting 55 grain. So we got that out the way. Now, I know that trigger is crazy. Like, I just had to show the world that Frankenstein trigger that I made. Now we're going to talk about the LaRue 2-stage meticulously built trigger on my Woodland Hunter, which is that trigger right there. Now this is a damn good trigger. Once again, we are clear. This again is another good trigger. Now you see that take up? That's what I'm telling you. You even can hear it if you can't see it. Like, that actually has a take up. Then it breaks. Nice, crisp, clean break too. Get that little take up out of there. Ooh, beautiful. Break. Beautiful trigger. LaRue meticulously built trigger. I highly suggest it. It's a damn good trigger. Matter of fact, I'm still on this Frankenstein trigger right here. So we're going to do a side-by-side comparison. So you can see. There is no take-up. There is literally no take-up. It's just one straight to the back 7-pound pull. There's no take-up. Look at that. No take-up. Send it. Then I got the Palmetto State Armory. I just did a video on this one. We are once again clear. This one has the Palmetto State Armory nickel boron 2-stage trigger in it. And once again, it has take up. Believe it or not, this trigger is very comparable to this trigger. I really don't see too much of a difference. This one, the LaRue, is a little bit more crisper. If the take up is 2 pounds and the pull on this is 4 pounds, the take up on this is 2 pounds and the pull on this is 3 pounds. So it's not too much of a difference. This is still a good trigger, but for the money, whatever you're trying to do, you really can do it with a 2-stage nickel boron trigger. You can do what you got to do with this trigger too. So this one is a little bit more expensive than this one, so kind of evens out, depends on what you're trying to do. But I just wanted to have a conversation about some triggers today, man. What kind of trigger you put on your AR-15. And I just had to show y'all that Frankenstein trigger I got right there, man. I think I'm the only person in the world, probably, that have the Frankenstein trigger. Because I showed you 2 different triggers, 2 different 2-stage triggers. And this one, we still clear. And this one is just a real anomaly. No take up, just pull, send it off. And that's about a 7-pound pull. No take up. So this is like, what I really created is like the best combat trigger. This really right here is the best combat trigger. Right here. A single stage with a 7-pound pull. I think I created the best combat trigger. Just straight to the back. But that's it though, man. AR-15 triggers, man. Y'all be blessed, be safe, man. I'm out, man.